Hey guys, this is Naveen here. Welcome back to Naveen Automation Labs. So today onwards, we will start with our Gatling coding series where we have to write the code. We have to design the basic level of a script. So far, we have seen the recorders, we have seen the runners. Today, we will see one Maven project. We will create that. But before proceeding further, guys, that we have to configure a couple of things. First thing is that Java. Second thing is Maven. Third thing is the Gatling. All these three things should be configured in your environment variables. So what you have to do first immediately, I'm pretty much sure most of the people are already having Java 8, JDK 8 or JDK greater than JDK 1.8 version, and Maven also you should have it. So what you do, simple go to command prompt and simple write Java space hyphen version. If you are getting this message 1.8 or something or 1.9 or 1.10, it means Java is available on your system. If you're having JDK 1.7, you have to remove JDK 1.7 and download JDK 1.8. I'm not going to show you how to download JDK 1.8. There are a lot of videos are available, a lot of blogs are available. You can follow that. And please download JDK 1.8 or higher than JDK 1.8. Second thing is that you have to check the Maven is available or not. So you simple write Maven space hyphen version and sorry, Maven space hyphen version MVN you have to write. And then if it is showing something like this, Apache Maven is already available in my system. So after JDK 1.8, you should have Apache 3.6.3 or whatever Maven version is available. So, and these three things should be configured in your environment variables. So I'm going to my environment variables, and I'll quickly show you that. Let me just go there and right click on your PC, go to property. This is my Windows laptop, and go to advanced system settings and go to environment variables. What you have to do, go to the system variables and see Java underscore home path is set up over here, and I have another path variable also available here. You double click on it and you can see I have two variables. One is Maven underscore home and another one is the Java underscore home, and we have to give a backslash bin both the sides, so that go to the binaries of Maven and go to the binaries of Java from anywhere from the command line, so that we will able to recognize a Java and Maven both. These two things are compulsory to add it. If you really want to see in my C drive, so I'll go to my C drive and then see this is my C drive where I'll go to C program files, and here this is the Java and this is the JDK 1.8. So till here we have to add Java underscore home, and after that backslash bin you have to add that. So please do that. Let me know if you're not able to do that in the comment section. So after Java and Maven, you have to download, guys, Gatling also. So if you remember that Gatling we have already downloaded actually from this particular, let's go to Gatling. So go to Gatling, simple write, 1 second, let me just show you once again. Simple type Gatling download. So you have to go to gatling.io that we have already downloaded for Windows from last couple of sessions we were doing, and then you have to click on get started. Okay, and you have to download Gatling open source, and here download Gatling, you have to download that. Okay, so this is a Gatling frontline paid version, but we are working on the Gatling open source. You have to download that. When you download it, it will be available. Let's see, I have already downloaded. It's already available in my C drive that I have already kept it somewhere over here inside the Gatling folder. I have downloaded. It will give you the zip file, and I have copy pasted in this particular C drive. I have already created this folder, and under this folder I have created this particular folder over here, and under this particular folder you will get this particular bin folder. So what you have to do, you have to give the variable path, the environment variable path also for this particular location. So copy this, and again you go to right click on it, go to your PC, go to environment variables, click on environment variables, and here what you have to do, just simple directly scroll down, and inside the path you can directly give the path up to bin folder. So simple click on new, and then simple control V and backslash bin also you have to write. It means all the binaries are available in this particular Gatling folder. Click on OK, click on OK, and apply and OK, and that's it. Okay, so these are the three things, guys, that you have to do it. Then only we can set up the entire folder structure, project structure inside the IntelliJ. So guys, once you have set up all these three things, Java, Maven, and Gatling in the environment variables, after that we have to create one Maven project. So what we have to do, we have to open IntelliJ. In IntelliJ, we have to create a project from here. But before that, make sure you are having one plugin. Although I have already told you in my previous video that you have to download that plugin that is called Scala. So in this case, in my case, Scala is already available. So you have to download a Scala plugin so that you can write the Scala code over there, and then other features from Scala, you will be getting it. And then go back to the project, and then let's create a new project over here. So simply click on new project and select the Maven from here. Don't select Scala because we are going to create a new Maven project, and click on create from archetype and click on add archetype. Here you have to give the group ID, artifact ID for a Gatling project. So what you have to do, you have to go to Google and then search for simple write Gatling, simple write io dot Gatling hyphen high charts Maven archetype. Okay, and you simple go to this particular repository and go to 3.5.1, the first one, and you have to guys download this particular repository. You have to get this particular group ID io dot something like this. This is the group ID, so just copy from here to here. So I'll just copy. Okay, make sure that, okay guys, artifact ID is this Gatling high charts Maven archetype, then only it will work. So simple write group ID, and then I'm going to copy the artifact ID. So simple from here to here, just copy this and go back to this, and the version we are using 3.5.1 over here. So simple write the version is 3.5.1, and you simply click on OK and then click on next, and then you give your project name. So let's see, I'm giving the project name as Gatling underscore Naveen underscore tutorials. Whatever the name you want to give, you can give that. Where exactly you want to save this particular project, generally idea projects will be given anywhere in your C drive or D drive. So let it be like that, don't change anything. Open this artifact coordinate. If you really want to give some group ID, so let's say I really want to give that com dot Gatling hyphen practice, something like this that I have given, and artifact ID, let it be like that, and the version 1.0 snapshot. So just click on next over here, and after that what we have to do, don't change anything over here and let it be like that. Click on finish. When you click on finish, it will start creating and building the project. You can see that pom.xml file got created automatically, and then it will start creating a project over here. You can see that this is the project got created, and guys, it will start building it. It will take some time, 2 to 3 minutes, so don't worry that why it is taking time. If you're using the same thing in MacBook, it might be a little fast, but if you're using in Windows, it will be a little slow. It will take around 3 to 4 minutes sometimes on Windows machine. This is my observation. So let's wait for that. If you see this, this is the Maven project got created, and every Maven project will be having its pom.xml file. So here you see that, okay, in this particular pom.xml file, we don't have anything. So what we have to do, automatically this archetype, once this is completely built, it will generate complete Maven dependency over here in this particular pom.xml file along with all the plugins of Maven. So let's wait for some time. It will create the folder structure also, the default folder structure also for Gatling. It will create that, right? So let's wait for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we will see that. Okay, so now this is done. When you get this particular green sign, it means everything is working fine. And then you see this particular pom.xml file, and then complete pom.xml file is visible over here. It will automatically add all the dependencies and everything. So majorly it is using Gatling recorder, Gatling app, and this Gatling chart, high chart also it is using it. And all this information about our product, about the personal project that we have created, group ID, artifact ID, and the version number. Now what you have to do, guys, that after that you have to go to under src folder, and under src folder you will see this particular Scala, and here you will get the engine recorder available over here. And then before doing anything, what I'll suggest that please close this particular entire project. Simple, either you close it and then open it again. So I simple open this project once again, Naveen tutorials over here, and then like that. Okay, and simple go to Maven once and then sync the project like that. After that, what you have to do is under this particular Scala project, I mean this particular folder, right click on it and simple go to new, and then you have to create a package over here. The package name you have to give a simulations. Okay, simulations package name you have to give, and under this particular simulations you have to create your code or one Scala class that you have to create that. So what I'm going to do that I simple go to simulations, right click on it and go to new, and then simply create a file over here. And when you create a file, what you have to do is simple give a file name. Let's say I'm giving that test API simulation dot Scala file. So this particular test simulation dot Scala file got created over here. We have to do that, but before that you will get a message over here that no Scala SDK in module, please set up Scala. So this is compulsory, guys. You have to set up a Scala SDK because your IntelliJ should know that this particular project should know where exactly the Scala SDK is available, just like we do it Java JDK. So Java JDK is already available as an external library over here, but we need Scala JDK as well. So simple click on Scala SDK as well, and if you don't see this message over here in the drop down, it will ask you to download. So just simply click on download button. It will download this latest Scala 2.13.4. You can select 2.13.4 and then it will be available over here, and you simply click on OK, and then that's it. After that, just start writing the code. So right now this particular class is available under simulations package. So for the first keyword, just like in Java, we have the package keyword and the package name is simulations. I'm writing it like that. Good thing in Scala that you don't need to write this particular semicolon. If you write it or don't write it, that's perfectly fine. So just let it be like that. And then we have to do a couple of important imports, guys. The first import we have to do it from io.gatling dot core dot scenario dot simulation. Make sure S capital over here because simulation is a class, and import io dot gatling dot core dot, then there is a simple right core dot predef. Okay, and dot in Java we write a star, here we have to write underscore. It means under this particular predefined package, give me all the classes available. And then after that we have to import one more, that is io dot gatling dot http dot predef dot underscore. These are the three imports, guys, that you have to do it. And after that I'm going to create a class. Simple write a class, whatever the class name. So this is the file name, let's see I have given. I'm going to give the same class name that is called, let's see, test API simulation. And every class in Scala that is a simulation class that is going to be executed, that has to be extended with simulation class. So every class should extend simulation class. So this will be my test class. So we have to write a simulation over here like that. Okay, simulation we have already imported. So this is my class that I have created like that. Now under this particular class, guys, there are three important sections that you have to create. The first section is that you have to configure your, I'll write HTTP configuration, you have to tell. After that you have to create a scenario. Okay, and under this particular scenario that you have to create your request over here, and then after that you have to create your setup method to execute that particular scenario. So how will you do your HTTP configuration? So doing for HTTP configuration, you have to use this HTTP object. Just a minute. Simple write HTTP dot over here, and then you will get the first thing you have to use the base URL, and you have to tell that which API or which request that you want to execute that. So for today I'm just using one dummy sample application, that is a request.in. So I simple write request res dot in, where you can send some get call and post call like that. You must have seen this particular application most of the time, that like a simple list user. This is a service URL, and this is the main URL. So I just copy this particular URL from here, and then I'm going to simple paste it over here that, okay, this is my URL. So I simple write, this is your base URL in double quotes. It will be a string like that. Okay. After that, do you have any header? If you have any header, so you can pass it over here just like that. Yes, we have one header. Let's see, header name is accept header. And then what exactly the header value? I simple write the value will be is equal to application JSON. If you have any header like that. Do you want to provide some more header? You simple write dot header over here, and then what is the name of the header? So let's see, name of the header, I simple write in double quotes, name of the header, let's see content type, or you want to pass any bearer token or something. So let's say right now I'm not using any token or something. I've simple write content content type, and what is the value? So value will be is equal to, if you know API testing guys, that you must be knowing that we have to pass the header over here. So application slash JSON like that. So let's see, this is the request that I have created like that, along with one base URL and two headers over here. After that, we have to create a scenario. So how will you create a scenario? So for scenario, you have to write a scenario, and here we have to write what is the scenario name. So let's see, my scenario name is that I want to get the single user. This is the request for the single user. This is a get call. So let's see, this is a single user, and I simply say that, okay, get user request that I can create. And after that, what exactly you want to do with scenario? I want to execute this particular scenario. So you have to write exec command exec, and then you have to tell that along with HTTP, put a bracket over here like this, and then what exactly uh, let's see, request name that you want to create. So this is my request name. So let's see, I'm writing, this is my get user a request over here. And after that, what you have to, what type of call it is. So I simply write, this is a get call, and give me the service URL. So this is my base URL, and after request rec.in, we have to give this particular service URL. So let me just copy this particular service URL from here to here. So Control C, I'll just go back once again, and this will be my service URL like that. Okay. So request res.in, we have already given this particular forward slash. So let me remove it from here, and forward slash, you can write it from here. Otherwise, it will append to forward slash. And then after that, what exactly you want? After that, that's it. This is my get call, and that's it. And after that, if you really want to write one assertion, you simple write that a check method is available, and simple write status is should be 200. And the request is, okay, scenario is actually created with one request like that. Okay. And then the last step is that we have to execute this particular scenario. So there is a default method which is coming from the simulation class, a setup, and then what you have to do, guys, first of all, you have to take this particular HTTP configuration in a variable. So in Scala, you just create a variable like that with VAL and write any variable name. Let's see, this is my HTTP configuration variable. And then you store your scenario also in a particular variable. So I simple write, let's say this is my scenario. I simple write that is something like this. Let's see, variable and scenario SCN, whatever name you want to give, you can give that. So let's say I'm writing SCN is equal to this. This is my HTTP configuration variable, and this is my scenario object, that variable I have created. And after that, we have to call the setup method, and then you have to inject this particular scenario. So simple write scn.inject method, and then how many users you want for the, how many concurrent users you want. So let's say simple write at once users I'll be writing, and then how many users. Let's say I just want to try with one single user. And what is a protocol? Simple write a protocol, and then you have to pass your HTTP configuration that you have already created, this particular HTTP configuration. It means I want to inject this particular scenario with this particular HTTP request that we have, configuration that we have already created, and that's it. It's so simple to write, and if you see the script, the flow of the script is very, very straightforward. Easily anyone can understand that, and there are no different and complex methods are available. So this is just a basic script that I have given today. Later on, I'll tell you how to do cascaded back-to-back requests that you have to call, how to pass the JSON payload, what do you mean by post, how do will you pass the post call and everything. So today we are just going to cover one simple basic get call. Now, how will you run this? So to run this, guys, today what you have to do, go back to your project, and then you simple right click on your engine, and you have to run your engine. So you will get run engine method over, option over here, and you simply click on run engine. Exactly we were doing in the previous video. We were executing through the Gatling runner, and then it was giving you total number of scenarios, and we have to pass the scenario, right? Total number of simulations, we have to pass the number of the simulations. Right now we have only one simulation available, test API simulation. So simple right click on it and run this particular engine from here, and then it will start the engine in some time. It takes a time initially. First time it takes time to start the engine. You can see that, okay, it's reading some compilation settings, and then it will start the engine in IntelliJ only. So let's wait for a few seconds. Yeah, I think it's done. So here it's interacting with Java, and then see the engine got started. Simulation got started now, and it's saying that, okay, hey, give me the description. Remember, we used to give the description. So I simple write, let's see, the description is test API, that's it. And then simulation got started. If everything looks fine, automatically it will generate the HTML report. If any failure is there, it will tell you the failure. Now you can see that, okay, it's absolutely working fine, guys. You can see the report got generated. Exactly the same report that we get it, right? So here you can see that 75 percentile, 50th percentile that we were getting initially earlier. Okay, with Gatling, same thing, the report we are getting for this particular one request, we are getting it over here, and it will generate this particular HTML file as well. So I just copy this entire path from here, and then we will see that what kind of HTML report it is generating. So simple copy this, and then what you have to do, simple go to your any browser, and then let me just open a new tab, and then Control V, enter. See the nice report available over here. So this is a complete report. You can see that what is my request name. So request name is this is the get user request that we have created. You click on it with one single user, one request, it is absolutely working fine. So whatever the get user request, you can see same request we have given in our code as well. So you can see this is my get user request over here, right? And the scenario name is the get user. So scenario name is, first of all, this is your test API simulation. Whatever the simulation name that you have given, this is my test API simulation. The same name will be visible over here. And if you go to the global settings, you can see that global information and total number of active users are only one request we have sent with one user. One request we have sent, which is absolutely working fine, getting okay. Okay, we don't have any errors like that. Now let's do one thing. Let's increase the load. Let's see, I'm just simply increasing the load from 2000, and let's see how exactly this is behaving. So again, right click on your engine and then run the engine once again. So 1 second, right click on it and run engine once again. So okay, so it is again checking the engine, and then good. Simulation got started. Now you can see the console output. I hope you can see it over here. And it's saying the description, I simple write test API run. Whatever the description you want to write, you can give that. And it is actually running with 100 users, guys. The same API getting hit by 100 concurrent users. And later on, I'll tell you that, okay, how to increase the ramp up period and everything. So now the report got generated. And then again, you simple copy this entire, okay, let me just go back to this, and then let's see the request now. So now you can see that, okay, there are 1,000 requests we sent, and all the 1,000 requests were absolutely working fine. There were no issues with that. You can see total number of requests are 1,000 now. And then we didn't get any issue. And then you can monitor the graphs that, yeah, like that. We started with 1,000, and then 995, then 809, and then 261, and then finally 2 users, and then saturation got started, and then 0, like that. So response time distribution also, when at the peak time of load, we were getting the response time of around 3.5 seconds, around 3558 milliseconds we were getting, and later on it got decreases like that. So you can see all these graphs, and you can check it later. And this is the each and every details you can see about each request. 1,000 requests are available. This is the complete matrix, you will be getting it. So exactly same thing, guys, we are doing it, but in the form of coding now. And this is the most preferable way of using Gatling, not like just like recorders and running it directly from the runner. You have to write the code, you have to get the hold of on your code, the control on your code that okay, yeah, this is what you have to do that, right? And later on, I'll tell you how to send a post request, how to send a JSON payload and everything with the put call and post call. So right now, this is just a simple project that I have created. Later on, we will create some more configurations, more resources, more files over here, and then we will distribute the code, and then we will try to create one basic framework at least. I'll try to give you one basic, very basic framework, and complete idea you will get it. And then whenever you're joining any company, or in fact you want to start in your company as well, you can easily set up the entire project from the scratch after this particular tutorials. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Thanks for watching. Please set up this thing. Let me know if you have any issues. Exactly same thing you have to do in the Mac machine as well, guys. Till then, take care. Please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.